Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you've not been here before, my name is Tracy Mayhew and I write contemporary romances set here in the UK, and I also write YA fantasy fiction based around myths and legends. I also do book reviews on this channel, and today I am going to be reviewing the latest release by Emma Bennet called A New Start at the Happily Ever After Bookshop. It's the first book in the Castle Cove series, and I have to say it was everything that I wanted and more. Before I start this review, I'm just going to be honest and say that I received an art copy, an advanced reader copy, for those of you that don't know, in exchange for my honest opinion. So as I said before, this was a story that I completely fell in love with. I thought it was gorgeous from the first page to the last, and I couldn't stop reading it. The story introduces us to our main character, who is called Carrie, and right from the off, she's clearly a people pleaser, especially where her ex is concerned. When the story starts, she is collecting her daughter from school, and they're looking at the prospect of 6 long weeks in London, waiting for school to start again. She's clearly looking for a new start in her life, but she hasn't got the motivation or the reason yet to take that next step. But luckily, her Aunt Mary comes up with a plan. She's going off on a cruise and she needs someone to look after her bookshop while she's away in Castle Cove. When Carrie gets there, she completely falls in love with the bookshop. She completely falls in love with Castle Cove. It is a place where, it's a little town in Cornwall where she used to visit a lot when she was younger. And when she gets there, it kind of reignites her love of the place again. And it isn't long before she meets the hero of the story, who is Michael, and his little dog Monty, who is the ugliest but cutest dog that ever graced the pages of a book, in my opinion. Oh, and then there's Tabitha, the grumpy cat. But I won't say any more about Tabitha. Tabitha was possibly my favourite character, but I am a cat lover, so it was a given, I think. Anytime Tabitha walked in, I was like, yay, and then something happened and I just fell in love with Tabitha even more. So let's talk about the setting. Castle Cove is lovely, and quite often during this book, more often than I would probably care to admit, I found myself wanting to look it up on a map and go and visit the place. It was so quaint, it was lovely, it was everything you could want in a small town. It had a little castle, park for Carrie's daughter Poppy to play in. There was a seaside, a harbour, there was a little cafe, and of course you had the bookshop as well. And listening to some of Emma's recent videos on her YouTube channel, which I will link below, she's going to be introducing us to more of the town as the series expands, because as I say, this is the first in the series, so there's much more to Castle Cove than we see in this first book, I think. So I can't wait. I'm here for it. I do honestly think that Emma has captured the very best of Cornwall, and I honestly can't wait to see it get bigger and get introduced to more characters in book 2 and beyond that. So let's go on to the characters. So Michael and Carrie were I really loved them both. I couldn't, apart from certain moments with Carrie where I just wanted to shake her because of some of the decisions she made. I'm not going to say too much on that because if you're going to go and read it, you don't want me spoiling it. But apart from the few moments where I just wanted to shake some sense into Carrie, I really, really liked her and I really felt for her. She was clearly pulled in a lot of directions, especially with her ex, and she wanted the best for her daughter, so she had that to consider as well. And with Poppy being so young, I think she was about 6, you know, obviously she doesn't want to unsettle her when she's in school and stuff like that. So she had a lot on her plate. So it was understandable, some of the decisions she did make, even though I'm sitting there on the outside going, don't do it. You know, think again, you know, come to your senses. But anyway, let's talk about them as a couple. I really like them as a couple. They were one of these, it was a relationship that didn't need grand gestures. Everything was said between them in the small moments they shared together with them by themselves, with their children, or with their pets. Because let's face it, their pets were Michael's pets were very much a part of his life, and Carrie loved them as well, just as much as he did. And that was really nice to see. It was kind of like a mature love story, and I really appreciated that. There was very little drama between them, and it was just really nice that it was just a really good relationship that was being played out on the page. And Michael himself was such a lovely guy. He was a lovely hero to this story. He was everything that Carrie needed, and he was certainly a vast contrast to her ex. A special mention must go out to Poppy though, because whenever I see children portrayed on the page or even on the screen, a lot of the times, especially when they're like say 6, 7 or 8, they come across as very precocious, and I find that quite annoying. And I was really concerned that I might feel the same about Poppy, but I didn't. I think the way Emma has portrayed Poppy, the way she has written Poppy, she is realistic, she's funny, and I just really liked Poppy. I thought she was really cute as well. I think Emma did a really good job of making Poppy bright, but without being too precocious, as I said. And I think that was a breath of fresh air, because, as I say, a lot of times I find the children that people write a little bit too unrealistic, but this was done really well. Let me just talk about the ending without going into too much detail. It was everything I wanted and more. It had the perfect amount of drama, the perfect amount of romance. It was, dare I say it, there was even a little tear in my eye towards the end. I just loved it. I cannot wait for book 2, and I cannot wait to keep coming back to Castle Cove again and again and again. And I really do. If you love small town romances, I really recommend this book. I didn't want to put it down. Like, I read it on the way to school when I was on the train, but I didn't want to stop reading it. It's one of those books that you just have to keep going back to. So if you do like small town romances, I really recommend you picking up this book. You will not be disappointed. So I will leave a link to the book down below so you can go and find out for yourself. But that's it for this week. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, let me know in the comments. Also, let me know what books you are reading. If you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe to the channel. We do lots of book reviews on this channel. We also do writing updates. Speaking of which, I will be hopefully doing a writing update of my latest project, Rivers of Blood and Fire, really soon. It's just trying to find the time to do it and the energy to do it. But hopefully I will do something regarding that really soon. So keep an eye out for that. Until the next video, have a great week, and I will see you soon. Bye.